One of our systems of measurement in the customary system is the customary system of weight. We've practiced utilizing a chart to answer our questions. So now, before we go over the chart together on another side of your folded paper, go ahead and test your knowledge at creating that weight chart. And after you have about a minute to create it, resume the video and let's see how you did. Okay, now that you've had a minute to try to create that chart, let's see how you did with utilizing what we've practiced in class to create that chart. We know the very first thing to do when you're creating your charts is to record your units from least to greatest. There are only 3 units that we have to think of in the customary system of weight. Within the customary system of weight, we have ounce, pound, ton. The relationship between ounces and pounds is 16 because there are 16 ounces in a pound. The relationship between pounds and tons is 2,000 because there are 2,000 pounds in a ton. When we go small to large, we divide because it takes less ounces to express the same weight than it would take in pounds to express that weight. When we go large to small, we multiply. So we'll put our multiplication symbols down below. And with that, we have created the chart that we can utilize to answer any customary system of weight question. So let's try out a question together and try using that chart to answer. Here is a question about waffle fries. A waffle fry weighs about 1 ounce. How many waffle fries would equal 2 1/4 pounds? So the first thing that I do is I scan my question for my given measure. My given measure will be my starting point as I utilize my chart, which is like a map for solving. I actually see 2 different measures, so I really have to use my critical thinking skills to decode this question and think, which one is the unit, the measure that I'm trying to achieve in total? That's where my starting point will be. A waffle fry weighs 1 ounce, but I want to know how many of those it'll take to get to 2 1/4 pounds. What I want you to do is I want you to pause the video at this point and try to utilize that chart that you've just created to answer this question. Give a thumbs up when you have that answer to the question, and then we'll resume the video and try to decode it and answer it together. Okay, so my given measure is actually this 2 1/4 pounds. This is what I'm trying to achieve is 2 1/4 pounds, and I need to know how many waffle fries it's going to take to get to that point. So 2 1/4 is going to be my starting point in my map. I'm going to erase this just to make a little bit more space for us. We have 2 1/4 pounds. This is my starting point, but I'm trying to convert, I'm trying to get to ounces. I want to know how many ounces are in 2 1/4 pound. To get there, I'm going to utilize this, multiply by 16, because there are 16 ounces in each of those pounds. I can put this together like a numerical expression now and solve it to find the answer to my question. Ooh, we have some opportunities to multiply fractions here. I'm going to move this just to give us a little bit more workspace so we can think about what we've practiced with multiplying fractions, really mixed numbers and whole numbers. The first thing that I do is I change this into all fraction form. I do that by, remember we've said, you multiply the bottom and you add it to the top. When I multiply the bottom, 4 times 2, I get 8. Add that to the top, plus 1, I have 9. I keep my denominator the same, and I know that 2 1/4 is equivalent to 9/4. I'm going to change 16 into fraction form by putting a 1 underneath it because 16 wholes is the same expressed here as 16 wholes. Now, I can utilize that trick that we practiced in class of canceling in order to simplify in advance. I know that 4 and 16 share a common factor of 4, so I can cross those off and divide out that GCF, greatest common factor, of 4. 4 divided by 4, of course, gives me 1. 16 divided by 4 gives me 4. Now, I will multiply my numerators, multiply my denominators to arrive at my product. 9 times 4, of course, is 36. 1 times 1 is 1. So I know that my answer is 36 wholes, but I can simplify this so that I express it as 36 as a whole number. With that, I have answered my conversion that 2¼ pounds is equal to 36 ounces. I have now created my conversion. Now let's go back to our question and see how we're going to use that conversion to answer the waffle fries. It really asked us how many waffle fries would equal 2¼ pounds. I know that each waffle fry equals about 1 ounce. Therefore, I'm going to need 36 waffle fries. Let's create that rad answer. My detail, of course, is my solving, but I need my restate and my answer. To do that, we'll just use words from the question, and then we will include our answer of 36 waffle fries. Let's compose our sentence. We will need 36 waffle fries. I'm using words from the prompt to equal 2¼ pounds. That's all it takes. We have our restate, our answer, and our detail of our problem solving.